Long-term trading success won't happen until you install one core belief. In this video, I'll show you what that is and replace 5 hidden beliefs that make consistency impossible. Now, I learned how to implement new beliefs from Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership program. It was $86,000 just to get into that program. Now, this video is your access to a piece of what I learned there. Growing up, I tried to create change with strong emotions like frustration and anger. I'd use those emotions to try and control my actions and overpower my cravings. This process just led to yo-yo results, more frustration, confusion, unhealthy coping habits, and drastically lowered my confidence and shrunk my identity. And yet, somehow, this was the cycle I'd repeat for years, until I adopted a core belief that changed everything for me. Now, fast forward 1 year after adopting that core belief, and the weight I'd been trying to lose for the past decade fell off in 12 months, and I've kept it off for 3 years since. The financial roller coaster that I'd battled with from age 18 to 30 finally turned into financial freedom. The trading strategies that traders got stuck in for years, I overcame in months. I became a master of change, and it all started with truly believing that our thoughts create our reality. Without this belief, we neglect our thoughts and we stay focused on our actions and results, trying to force different actions, and 99% of the time, that just isn't sustainable. Permanent change comes from changing the beliefs that are driving those actions. When you change the belief, the rest will follow. So let's bring to light the top 5 most limiting beliefs struggling traders operate from, and then I'll show you a simple 2-step process I use to change them for good. Beliefs break down into 2 categories. We've got universal and personal. Now, universal beliefs are the same for all successful traders, while personal beliefs are specific to a trader's identity or strategy. One of the top universal beliefs holding you back is that you believe the market gives you reliable feedback. Now, this belief causes you to interpret the outcome of individual results as a reflection of your system or ability. In other words, if you win, you think you did good, and if you're wrong, there's a single reason why. The truth you need to adopt instead is that the market gives unreliable feedback. It rewards bad behavior at times and punishes good behavior other times. The importance is not on whether you won or lost, but if you won or lost for the right reason. So what's the right reason? Well, it's whether or not you followed your system. Why is this important? That, my friend, brings us to our next limiting belief that creates failure. The unconscious belief that short-term performance is more important than following a system. All successful traders know that the key to long-term success is the ability to produce a probable outcome. In order to do this, you need to execute a system with consistency. When we prioritize short-term performance over long-term results, we attempt to outperform our system in a particular trade, thinking to ourselves, oh, I can make more money here, or I can prevent a loss here. And that thinking causes you to steer away from your system, creating inconsistency and sabotaging your results in the long term. Now, I'm going to drop a cheat sheet in the description down below for the top 15 trading beliefs that you should be operating from to make this easier to implement. We've got 3 other beliefs killing your consistency right now, so let's address the third one. The third limiting belief you're likely operating from is one around losing. An unconscious belief I often come across in students is losing is failure, or losing is a reflection of my skill. This was certainly one I had to overcome. For me, the limiting belief was that losing meant I wasn't good enough. When I shifted to losing is part of the process and is priced into my system, I was able to detach my ego from it. Truly believing that the key to success with trading is through probability also helped eliminate my limiting beliefs around losing. The 4th limiting belief that is destroying your results stems from a scarcity mindset. It's the belief that opportunities are limited in the markets. This unconscious belief creates a lot of FOMO and impatience, which ultimately causes us to enter early or chase after trades in the fear that we're missing our own one and only opportunity and we can't afford to wait for the next. In reality, the market provides infinite trades to take advantage of. Now, our fifth and last limiting belief to shine a light on is one of the most popular. It's the belief that my past can predict my future. This belief is heavily ingrained in us outside of the financial markets. It helps keep you alive and protect you from pain by making linear predictions on cause and effect. You likely have countless experiences where you used the past to predict the future, and it served you well. Unfortunately, this deep belief does not hold up in the financial markets. The belief you must adopt instead is that every trade is independent and unique. The outcome of your previous trade has nothing to do with the next one you take. Now, at the beginning of this video, I said I'd share 5 limiting beliefs that are making consistency impossible. And I've also added in the supportive beliefs that you need to adopt and ultimately replace those limiting beliefs with. But how do you do this? To change a belief, we must understand where beliefs come from. Beliefs come from 2 places: information and experiences. So if you want to replace a limiting belief with a supportive belief, we want to 1. Absorb information on why the limiting belief is causing harm, and 2. Absorb information on why the supporting belief will help us reach our goal. Then, through repetition of verbally speaking the supporting belief out loud and taking action from it, we generate an experience. That experience either reinforces that belief or it does not reinforce it. Because the financial market is a statistical environment, we must navigate from faith to take action from this new belief enough times to receive a statistical outcome. The reason for this is that the market can reward bad behavior at times and punish good behavior. Some of us get positive feedback immediately, while others, unfortunately, receive negative feedback from the market initially. The short-term feedback is irrelevant though. We want to look at the overall outcome over 100 trades. Now, I've given you the beliefs to implement. You just need to absorb the information and take action from the new belief. However, there is one key component I must bring up for this all to work. We can't change a belief if we aren't aware it exists. Sure, I've given you 5 critical ones that might have brought awareness to that which you weren't aware of. But most of our beliefs are stored in the subconscious mind, which literally means we are unaware of them. This brings me to a necessary skill that you must strengthen in order to accelerate this process. I'm going to deep dive into it in this video right up here next, so make sure to check it out. And don't forget to grab your trading beliefs cheat sheet down in the description below that has the 15 essential beliefs you need to be operating from in your trading for success. I highly recommend reading this cheat sheet before each trading session to help set the foundation for your actions. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for videos that solve real trading problems every Wednesday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just 30 minutes before the market opens. Much love, fam.